So one of the important things with COVID-19, this coronavirus, is that it is new. And so we're learning a lot about it right now. So what have we learned so far? We've learned that first is that for people who are immunocompromised, so for example, people who may have diabetes, people who may have high blood pressure, people who may have other kinds of hypertension, people who have medical concerns which may lower their body's ability to fight disease are most vulnerable to the virus. So, if we say who should be most concerned, people should take the most precautions with those who are elderly. People who are over 65 should be being extra careful. People who are having diabetes, people who have different medical conditions which may prevent them from fighting the virus. Now, this is not 100% certain in any way. There are also, we've seen, there are younger people who are healthy who also have died from the virus. And so this is not a 100% rule. Each of us have our own genetic differences from one person to another, which may make us more susceptible. So what do you want to do? You want to, first is if you smoke, try to either stop smoking or decrease your smoking. Why is that important? It's because smoking causes congestion in your lungs. When people die from coronavirus, from COVID-19, it's because of the destruction that the virus has inside the lungs as our body is fighting the virus. So by smoking, you're making your body work even harder to try to fight this virus. And so we want to try to decrease. If you're smoking, try to stop or to decrease so that your body is not working overtime. Secondly, for those who have grandparents, try to not to isolate your grandparents, but to try to keep them away from the other members of the family because they are more susceptible to the effects of coronavirus. So what we know about the virus right now is that when we get the virus and we recover, we have antibodies to the virus. But what we don't know is how, and so the antibodies help to prepare the body if you become exposed to the virus again. But what we don't know up to today, this is the second week of April, is how long that those antibodies last in our body. Okay? And so we're seeing some people who suddenly have the virus again. Well, it's probably because the virus was still inside the body, hiding in some place, and it has come back out again. Do they become sick again? We have not seen any cases of people becoming sick again, but that the virus is present in their bodies. So I can't really give a straightforward answer about this, because we can have antibodies and prevent ourselves from having the virus again, maybe for 2 months, maybe forever, maybe it's lifelong immunity to the virus, but we're still learning about it. So right now, what we understand is that people do have antibodies to fight getting infected again, but we don't know how long that lasts. That's the best information that we have right now. So again, when we're looking at Iraq fighting this virus, what is the most important information that we have? We want to follow the government's guidelines to stay at home at this time. It's very difficult, and we know how much pain small businesses are facing as they have no customers, they have bills to pay. And yet, if we open up our businesses, if people go outside their homes again right now, the numbers of cases will overwhelm the hospitals. We'll have people being very sick with no medical care. And so by staying at home right now, we can help to avoid overburdening the hospitals and allowing people to have the right care.